Bobby on the beat. Talking leadership, making the big plays in the mortgage game through the sun and the haze. Close more deals, build your success. Time to level up and beat the stress. Get ready to laugh, land and eat. Your weekly scene. Let's go.
What are we doing here, Mr. Justin? Happy New Year.
Man, that's a new intro. It's killer. I love it.
Yeah, man. Thanks to John, Mr. Perry.
Man, he's a talented dude.
He's okay.
No, he is more than okay. And I'll tell you that if I ever see him, sir.
I think he's okay.
He's more than okay.
I think he's done
This is okay. He's up here, next level.
Really? Next level.
He put you on a subway, Fabi.
Well, he said you gotta something about level up like Fabi, right? Fabi's gonna help you level up.
Yep.
So how are you doing this year, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself? You got any resolutions you want to share with the entire?
I have no resolutions.
Zero. Not even one.
Not even one.
Okay.
I might try your honey diet.
Yeah, there you go. I had a question for you. Where did my residual checks go? I haven't seen them. I thought I'd check with you on the address for your mailing person.
We may have been setting the wrong address.
Yeah, we'll go offline and get the address corrected. But I haven't seen it. I've been checking in every different mailbox.
But listen, so Justin's part of Summit Mortgage in Minnesota. Is that right? Summit Mortgage in Minnesota. Yep. So we're both mortgage industry guys. I want to ask you something, Justin. This thing that I heard yesterday from our El Presidente, because I think we got to address him. It's El Presidente now, right? Because we were like.
I don't speak Spanish, but I think that translates to the president, right? Hold on, let me ask ChatGPT. Yeah, it does. Okay.
El Presidente said that he's going to pass something that is going to stop institutional buyers from buying houses. Did you hear that yesterday? That was a big announcement in the industry. Now, I broke down that numbers for that, and unfortunately, I lost them. But here's the thing. That only, and I know I use the word only, and I'm sorry because I know it's still significant, but it's a fraction of actual houses that institutions and investors are buying. So it's not like it's a sweeping reform that's going to put a gazillion houses on the market. So what do you think about it when you heard about that?
I mean, in the Minneapolis market, that would help us. Everything helps. Every little bit helps, but I don't know. Number one, people say lots of things, and I don't know if we can run to the bank with that statement. But if it's true, and that can be done, it's something that I think has been talked about before in the industry. It's nothing new, but I don't know how it's going to be implemented.
Yeah, here's what I think. I think if they suspended or waived capital gain tax on investment property sales, and they could even do certain areas where maybe first-time home buyers would be eligible to buy those properties, and now as the owner of that property that you've been sitting on, you can bypass capital gains tax. I think some initiative like that would be way more beneficial than, hey, no more institutional buyers because at the end of the day, you're going to find out somebody pissed him off from some institution. He doesn't want to buy houses anymore. Something like that. I hate to say that, but that's the way our leader seems to work at this point. You know what I mean? But it doesn't really help the first-time home buyer, and I think that's where the logjam in the housing market is, the first-time home buyer. Yeah,
I agree, and I think that the intention is good. I just think that it's going to take a lot more than one thing to make a difference, and so I'm all down for ideas and new thoughts, but it's important, I think, in this market, the first-time home buyer is definitely being outpaced.
Yeah, I think that the issue is, I live in DC metro market.
Oh yeah.
And they came out with a report the other day, or said that if you don't make like $125,000 a year, you can't even afford to buy a house in Fairfax County, Virginia anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, if you're a school teacher making $65,000, $70,000 teaching the kids in Fairfax County, you can't live in Fairfax County.
How far out do you have to go to get to affordable housing?
West Virginia.
Okay. Is that like an hour commute? I don't know how far.
It's about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Man. Yeah. It's just insane, man. It's insane, but I think this is the problem we're hearing in all metropolitan areas. So it's not just limited to DC Metro.
Yeah, that's true. I was just recently working with a loan officer that's in Louisiana, and down there the house values are a lot less, but again, the income's a lot less too. So it's still all proportionate.
Yeah. Anything exciting happening at Summit Mortgage you want to talk about?
I'm always looking to game to plug Summit, but we've gotten our recruiting goals for the year. I'm excited to start attacking those. And I know we both spend a lot of our time recruiting and talking about recruiting, so that's something that's always on my mind.
When you have recruiting goals, like what happens? Like you got to recruit 6 people a month?
No, they're reasonable. I think they're achievable, I'd say, and it's just a matter of, to me, it's just a matter of how many people can I get connected with. And so I'm hoping that this audience is full of loan officers who are going to pick up the phone and start calling me during this broadcast. So if I take a call, that's what's going on.
Do you think that the big miss, though, in our industry is that we focus so much on recruiting that we don't talk about retention?
Yeah, I do. 100%. I retention to me, and I've been a loan officer for 27 years, so I've been places, I've been onboarded, offboarded. I get it. Retention is not easy. Recruiting is not easy, but I think both have to go hand in hand to grow.
Yeah. So just FYI, Annie Mac, we just came out with our retention numbers. It was 92%.
That's really strong.
It's very strong. It's very strong because the industry average is about 65 to 70%.
To retain that, so that's your numbers from 2024?
2025, yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. 2026.
I know you try to trip me up there. Like, Annie Mac look bad. I got it.
No, retention is tough. There's so many ways to stub your toe with loan officers, and you can't be perfect, but you can try your best to check all the boxes to keep them happy.
Look, I think at 92%, for us at least, it's a phenomenal number, right?
Yeah, it is.
Now the issue is can we hold on to that, or do we start slipping because we've gotten to be too big? And you know what I mean? So it's always that kind of like, do we slow down growing and focus more? That's why I think retention may be on my mind more.
Right. Do you all do like exit interviews with loan officers? I know it's not common for LOs to have that, but is that something you guys focus on? Or
we try to. But this recent one that did exit down in Florida, they wanted to have a consulting fee. No joke. I'm not joking about it. I know it sounds like a joke, but the guy wanted to charge a consulting fee to do an exit interview.
How much? How much was the fee?
It was a consulting, because he was going to tell us exactly how to fix Annie Mac.
Oh, he was. Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's priceless information, Bobby.
I would have paid the fee just to hear. You mean I'd have put him on Laugh Let It Eat.
Yeah.
Here, come on, we'll get this thing. Do it the right way.
It's hard. And talking to outsiders, to civilians in our business, they don't. It's different. Mortgage is different than most other industries. So retention is different. Recruiting is different. It's just not the same thing as other industries.
It's not. But I think overall, I think John Perry actually said it, that our industry is very backward in the fact that the recruits kind of control the company, whereas in other industries, the company kind of controls the recruits.
Oh, yeah.
And that mindset is really, once you understand that, you really begin to understand that we need to stop recruiting, right? And kind of build more like these networks where we can continue kind of harvesting.
Yeah, I do agree. And I think, again, John Perry, once again, he's playing chess. We're playing Stratego or something else because. Yeah. But no, he's not wrong, and it's something that my wife has never understood, and we always bicker about this. That our industry, she's like, they have too much control, like they do, but they're 100% commission salespeople.
Right.
So
right.
Start right there, and that's going to make different than any other industry, any other salesperson.
And the other part is that, you know, when you're recruiting these people, there's 6 other lenders going after them.
If you're lucky, that only 6, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. So it's just one of those things. So,
yeah.
Hey, we could talk about this forever, but I do think this initiative by the current administration is one that we keep an eye on. They seem to be, at least, look, I'll give them credit for one thing, and I'm being very honest. They're trying. They're, you know, whatever we may poke holes in their attempts, but I have not heard of any other previous administration try so hard to get housing started again.
Yeah,
I think we need to acknowledge that.
And they're trying during times where there's all kinds of stuff going on. So like the fact that housing is still in the mix of discussion, that's a good thing for us.
Yeah. I think sooner or later something's going to hit, and hopefully we'll get some new houses back in the market. So anyway,
or we'll just get rich podcasting, and we can just retire and buy an island of our own.
Well, I mean, I've been waiting for you to bring in. Was it Party City that you've been talking with?
It was hard to get a hold of, actually. Party City and also Circuit City, both are hard to reach. There are a lot of disconnected numbers. I'll keep trying. I'm persistent.
You understand that they did file bankruptcy, right, Justin?
It's just a paper shuffling move. That's just a shell game, Fabi. They're still there. They're still there.
Probably when you file bankruptcy, you can't sponsor new ventures like podcast, unless the trustee approves it.
Then let's talk to the trustee because
you just look at your business plan for Laugh, Learn, and Need for 2026 just to review this.
Fabi, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to? You know?
Yeah. Well, speaking of believing in myself,
Justin Neal said that.
Like, here, check this out. Ready? Bang, baby, Ginger Bell, right here.
Wow.
Believing in myself. Look at that, huh?
I'm sitting here laughing in the background. Justin, I love the fact that you do comedy, and I was actually I hopped on your social media to kind of see what you're doing recently, and it's like, how does being a comedian help in recruiting? And I can totally see why you're a good comedian. We went to a comedy show on New Year's Eve, and they were supposed to go until midnight, and honestly my son's like elbowing me, and he's falling asleep and I'm falling asleep. It's like, dude, we're out of here. You're like the 5 minutes of that little stint you guys had was like funnier than what I paid to see comedy.
Well, Justin will send you an invoice, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Let's get our other guest out here. We got my buddy Vivian Hughes. If I'm gonna pronounce her name right, her name is Aleni.
Hey.
How is everybody? Everybody, happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy whatever, right? We're in a brand new season, and I think it's exciting. Is everybody's excited? You guys are not as excited. We got
I'm ready, man.
We can dance, Bobby.
Yeah. You don't want to see me. Well, I can do a chair dance. Is there such thing?
I don't think we want to see that.
Listen,
Let's see.
Is there a chair? Would you pay $20 to see me do a chair dance?
Yeah, really.
That's for the Patreon.
All right, guys. So look, we got a full house here. This is episode 1 of season 7 of Laugh, Learn, and Eat. Amazing. 7 seasons have gone by. I don't even know the episode count this is actually about. I think it's 280 maybe. So who knows? But from my buddy Jay Duran, who does 600 episodes a year, this is probably nothing for him. So, hey, we all got to get together one day, right? So this is the first month of the year, 2026. Justin, as you guys know, very immediately asked me if I had any new resolutions, which I said no. I don't believe in resolutions, just for FYI. So I just want to kind of go around the horn, and we'll start off with Justin since he asked me. We didn't ask him back. We'll go around the room and we'll just say, hey, what's your resolution, if any? Justin?
Do you want a serious one or do you want a funny one?
Ginger, you tell him. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Well, the title is Laugh, Learn, and Eat. So
I'm going to try to double my honey intake in 2026.
Ginger, do you know what Justin's honey diet?
No.
All he does is eat honey to lose weight. That's his thing. And the reason that he eats honey, we got to go. Is the CEO of Summit makes organic honey, and that's how he pays Justin.
Yep.
$1 of honey.
It's our bonus structure.
So I was in London the first part of December, and we went to the Tower of London, and the guards there are called beef eaters. So we should just call you a honey eater.
Yeah. I don't know about all that, but
supposedly they were paid with beef, and that's how they got the name.
Let's go to someone serious. Vivian Hughes of Logan Finance. What's up in Texas, girl?
Oh, spring weather.
Spring weather? Nice.
Yeah. Resolution this year. The word, I know your word is certainty.
That's it.
I chose fun because I realized I get so much more accomplished and I'm a much better person when I integrate more fun. And last year was a beating with the intensity of, maybe it wasn't a beating, it was my perspective of it. I felt like I needed to be so whatever. But this year it's like, nope, we're going to lighten up a little bit. We're going to get it done, but we're going to have fun. So that's why I'm here. I'm Laugh, Learn, and Eat. You're filling my fun bucket.
You can check this off your list already, huh? Okay, that's enough fun for 1 year. I don't need to see this shit again. Now, this is the second podcast you and I've been on, like a week. Like, weren't we just on a podcast last week or 2 weeks ago?
It's been within the last 30 days, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like just yesterday. All right, Miss Eleni.
Mine is to dispel all fear out of my life and go on it with total confidence this year.
Ooh.
Hey.
Whoa, now hang on now.
It's like that placket. Yeah.
Let's dispel all fear.
Because
That's
it's irrelevant and unhelpful. And it's just like that internal voice in your mind that's like, you can't do it, or this is going to be too hard, or things get really hard. And then I just get scared I'm going to mess it all up. And I am so done with that. I'm done.
So like if you're afraid of your lighting not looking good for a podcast.
The lighting's
How do
going to
you
be what the
dispel
lighting's going
that?
to be. It's just going to be what it's going to be. Same with the clothes. The clothes are a nightmare for what I'm trying to do right now. And it's just, I'm going to wear what I wear. I don't care.
In case anybody doesn't know, Eleni is Greek, and every now and then when the Greek comes out, it's just really it gets very loud in my headphones.
It's a bit much. I'm a bit much. I know.
No, so I like that. The dispel all fear.
Yeah, it's unhelpful. It doesn't do anything for us. It only holds us in place or pushes us back. And I'm just not going to subscribe to it this year. I'm just not.
So like in all areas of your life, or just one area? That's a big order, man.
For 1,000% with the public speaking, what I'm doing right now, that's all fear there is going. Okay. But yeah, to have it in every area of life, I think is really important. If you can amp your own self up and be your hype man all the time, I just think that's the way to be. So
I think, Justin, I think you got to get your fear of bread out of your system this year. And you can add honey on top of the bread.
Add honey to our diet. Done.
All right, Miss Ginger Bell. Do we have a resolution for 2026, bud?
Yeah, I didn't. I did not have any resolutions. I'm like you, Fabi. I kind of don't believe in resolutions. But for me, it's a word. I liked, what you're talking about, Vivian, as far as saying a word. So the word I've really been focusing on over the last probably month and a half, maybe 2 months, is it's an Italian word. It's called dopodomani, which means the day after tomorrow.
Oh.
And it's we live in today, and we get caught up in these things. So what you're talking about, Elena, where you're like the fears and this and what am I going to wear and all that. So I focus on that. And oftentimes when we get into planning, we have our goals, Annie Mac, congratulations, retention. I mean, 92%, Bobby, that's phenomenal. Yeah. And congratulations to you and your team, because you had a record quarter, right?
No, November 2025 became the first division to fund over $100 million in 1 month.
In 1 month. So first of it, and that's huge. Annie Mac is, not a small company. So the fact of being able to do that is huge. So, and tying into that. So that happened because I know for you live in today and you do a really good job of doing that. You plan for tomorrow, but really the success comes when you look at dopodomani. So the day after tomorrow.
Wow.
And that's what oftentimes we miss in our planning. So when you talk about a resolution, a resolution is going back, this is what I did, this is what I don't want to do. But when you take the other side of it, it's like, okay, this is what I want to build in the bigger realm of things. And again, focusing on that, it's the day after tomorrow, dopodomani. That for me is really, what I want to focus on for 2026.
That's not fair that you got such an exotic word, though.
I love that. Isn't that a great word? I mean, it's an Italian word. Dopodomani.
I want an exotic word now.
Dopodomani. Yeah, I mean, you can say it like that. Exactly.
I mean, like, what's the? Is there an Italian word for certainty? Is it more exotic sounding? Somebody figure that out.
ChatGPT. Justin, what does chat say?
Yeah, I mean, we got to find that out. Like, I got to find out, like, because I want to say that in Italian, then, right?
Certainty. Okay.
Yeah,
well, we
it's
can.
like certamiso.
I'll find out. Hold on. We will. Let's ask ChatGPT.
But let's get back to Vivian, because I want to talk about her fun thing. This is interesting, because at a certain point in our lives, Viv, it's interesting. We kind of like forget about having fun, and the fact that you say you want to focus on fun. Right? I mean, like we're raising kids, we're doing this, we're going to work, we're paying taxes, you're paying your bills. And fun is like this thing that you always have to refocus your energy on actually having. Right? It's not like when you were kids and the summer just went on forever and there was fun, right?
I feel like Vivian needs to become more like me because I have way too much fun to the point where I'll like neglect some other things that have to get done, and probably because I have no children. But Vivian, you got to be like me.
So,
okay, I'm connecting with you after this. Texting you now.
So Viv, I mean, let's talk about that. What is fun for you?
All right.
I gotta hook up with Eleni. I don't know.
So I mean, you understand, like,
you know,
when you hook up with Eleni, it's like anything can happen.
Right.
For sure.
Fun? To me, that's anxiety.
No.
I'm known for randomness. I can come up with anything any day. It's just random.
It's making more time for friends is at the top of the list. Just for that fun social aspect with friends, because with so much going on, geopolitical, economical, financial, like there's so many things that you don't control and you don't know, so to just pull up, debrief, vent, laugh, talk about some stuff, whatever is fun. We have so many things in Dallas that are fun. We have a DJ. You can go and like be a DJ for a couple hours if you want to with your friends. There's just so many fun things to do here. Exactly. Justin's like, count me in, right? Yeah. Just fun things that add no value to the bottom line.
You have to schedule, see, this is the way my brain works, Viv. So you got to understand, like in my mind, I'm actually scheduling fun activities. Yeah. That's not fun, is it? Like, if it's got to be almost like, to me, fun is, I guess, more spontaneous.
Like time out when you're in elementary school and then you have recess. You get it. So scheduling it is fine because kids.
That. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So Justin, I mean, what do you do for fun up there in Minnesota other than eat honey and chase bears?
In reality, I do. I play soccer. I play disc golf. I do comedy, and that's about it for me.
Now, the disc golf, I saw you were playing at night the one time. And it's kind of silly. You lose your little discs in the woods if it's dark.
You do, but you have glow discs, so you get them to UV light charge up, and you can still find them.
Has anybody ever played frisbee golf? That's what we're talking about here. This is frisbee golf.
Yeah, that's very strange.
I'm obsessed.
So listen to this, Viv. He took something fun and became obsessed with it. So is it still fun then?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. I did it with pickleball. Oh my God.
Okay.
Let's not go down that road, Eleni.
If you can't wait to go play pickleball, you're having fun.
That's right.
But pickleball, now let's get into this, Eleni. Mm-hmm. How many actual games did you actually play?
Oh, a lot. Probably 25. I was getting good for the first time in my life out of sport, and then I tore my calf muscle, and I was done with walking for a month. It was awful. But I'm going to get back to it, though. You get to see your friends and be competitive, and I get to laugh at the ones who are super competitive because I'm not, and I find it funny, and it's a good time. And it's different groups of friends come to different games all throughout the week. It's awesome. And you can work out while you're doing it.
So when you're doing that, I mean, aren't you letting go of your fears of how you look playing pickleball?
Oh, yeah, I had to because I'm not good. I knew I would be really bad at first, and some of them are really good.
Because, I mean, I know, with me, I'd have to have the right outfit to go out there and play in public.
Oh, no, I'll play.
Now you're going to get on her outfit.
I don't care about the outfit then.
All right, Ginger, did you find our word?
I did, but I'll tell you what. We'll just say it. Hold on real quick. And that way I can say it for you. So tell me the word certainty in Italian.
Sure thing. The word you're looking for is certezza. And hey, if you need to sprinkle a bit of that certainty into your real estate or mortgage content, you know where to find me.
Can you say it again, please?
Of course. It's pronounced like this. Certezza. Just think of it as putting a little...
There you go. Certezza.
Hey, it just sounds much better than certainty.
So I'll teach you this real quick, Bobby, and you can go home and say this to your wife. Mia moglie ha sempre ragione. My wife is always right.
Oh, shit. Lucky for me, my wife is 10,000 miles away, and I won't have to say that tonight to her. That's the best thing about having my wife never listen to my podcast. It's like I can say anything I want, and she'll never have this on record unless she gets an attorney. All right, guys, let's get into this stuff because Ginger just did something that I have been fascinated with, and it's like AI is just blowing up. It's crazy. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys have been seeing what I've been doing on Facebook with I think Viv said, "Oh, I can't," and turned off her laptop. I think one of my creations.
Tupac or somebody. I'm like, what is he doing?
Oh, I know some of them. No. Oh my gosh! And the one you sent me that for my birthday, that you're just like, no.
So,
Oh wait, Bobby, you doing the hip hop thing with the AI? Oh, it was amazing. That was fire. Best thing I ever saw.
So what I'm getting at is AI is this, and by the way, a year ago I predicted that in 2026 AI would become acceptable. And actually, Viv, Sarah, and I had a debate about that in Boston because she thought it was already acceptable. I said, no, I think 2026 will be the year that there'll be no more fear about AI entering our lives. Right. And so, I mean, and I know, Ginger, you're really on top of this, and Viv, you're on top of this. Justin, how on top of AI are you? I mean, is it going to be our new comic? Because you could ask AI to be your comedy guy, can it?
It does not work well for comedy. It just doesn't have it figured out yet. I've tried, believe me, it would make my life easier. But I am obsessed with AI from the standpoint of our industry. And so I spent a lot of time trying to find ways to help loan officers streamline their upfront spots to get leads and systems and stuff like that. But I think I agree with you. It's becoming widely accepted.
Yeah. I mean, I think widely accepted is actually low.
Sure.
I think the fact is that we've already accepted it.
Sure.
But I do think that the question of morality is iffy with AI. And I say that because I can see that it tries to even lean me one way towards something if I'm asking it a question that's morality related. And then I saw an interview with the founder of ChatGPT, the person who's in charge of the whole thing. And he was asking them about this very issue. And he said, I am the ultimate decision maker. There is a team, but I'm the ultimate. So it's based also on the creator.
I mean, I think, look, I've interviewed a lot of fintech creators over the years, and even like the one CRM that I was involved with John with Simple CRM, we're always going to have our personalities in there. There's just no way around that. I mean, it takes on your personality whether you like it or not.
I thought it was very disappointing, though, that it's skewed based on a person's opinion. Like when you say artificial intelligence, I think I was naively expecting something artificial, like higher, could think on its own almost.
So let's talk about that, Ginger, because I've been asking this question, and I'm okay with my answer, but it's really not artificial intelligence. Like, it's not artificial. It's right. I mean, so the word AI should not really stand for artificial. What do you think about that, Ginger?
No, I mean, there's nothing artificial about it. It's just, what we're used to, and what I did with ChatGPT, it's a large language model. So basically when they started, they put all this information in. Now, obviously it's accessing the internet, but it's just like anything. You need to check your facts. So can it be skewed a certain way? Yeah, same as if you have a conversation with one person. That's why when you do, surveys, you do it with several people. You want to get opinions. So I think that's where it's one of those things that it's like you cannot rely on it in its totality. Same. I mean, we're seeing it just in underwriting, right? And so I'm not sure what you guys are doing as far as with underwriting, but we're seeing there are opportunities to use it to streamline certain things. But can it make that ultimate decision? It remains to be seen, to your point, as far as the morality part of it. And that's in anything. As far as in streamlining and operations and efficiencies, and those are the kind of things that I get super excited about, because it already saves me so much time in my business and what I do. And so that's where I think you have to look at where those opportunities are. And it's like you can't be overcome by a fear of something. It's like when the internet first started. I was a corporate trainer at Dale Carnegie Training when we first started the internet, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, there's going to be no more salespeople, and what are we going to do? And it's like, that doesn't happen. It hasn't happened. And videos, I know, Justin, you do a ton on videos. us. I know Fabi, I think all of us do, right? And so I almost think we're going to see the opposite side of it, where it's going to encourage people to be more authentic and to be more of themselves. And so I think it's leaning into opportunities for really people to create those connections. So, I mean, I'm not afraid of it. I think there's ways to use it. I think that we need to be careful about certain parts of it, but that's for the future.
Yeah, I mean, so Vivian, I mean, you're on the training end of our mortgage industry.
Yep.
So obviously AI could be, I'm sure it is. I mean, could be. It's got to be a huge lift for you guys when it comes to training and the repetition and the mundane stuff that you guys have been doing for years.
1,000%. The things that you don't even really enjoy doing anymore, it's what it's taken off of our plate, so we can be more strategic in creating new solutions that keep folks entertained and informed and educated. Because doing the same thing over and over again, it took it off our plate. So it's like,
I have to ask, if I can, Fabi, real quick, what are some of the tools that you're using in training? Because I've been using Hey Jen for
I love
several
Hey Jen. That's what I was gonna say.
It was, I mean, it was like for a while, it's like, nope, not there yet. Nope, not here, that. And last week I had just a short little, some mentorship, short onboarding videos to make. And I'm like, I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I mean, it was like, and the mundane thing, like you're talking about, I mean, I wouldn't put an entire course into it, but for some simple onboarding things, it works out great.
Yeah.
So besides Hey Jen, so you're using Hey Jen.
Vivian, we just lost your audio. Not sure what happened.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of coming in.
Better now? Is it cutting in and out? I don't know.
I can hear.
So Hey Jen, from anything from like a 20-second teaser all the way to a 5-minute, because I try to keep all the trainings less than 7 minutes, in and out as much as possible. With the Hey Jen, I will have Claude, Perplexity, or ChatGPT help with some of the scripting to make it a tad bit more people friendly, and also psychologically safe, because there's so many folks going through things right now. So even when putting training out, to not trigger anybody else.
Interesting.
So just factoring that in. We're still using Rise, of course. That's tried and true. There was another one, and I have to look it up. Gamma. Have you played with Gamma?
I have. I mean,
it's not amazing.
It does. It does some amazing things. Yes. Yeah. But there's certain things that I've had just in certain slide decks where it's like, no, not quite there.
It messes it up. But sometimes if I don't feel like trying to figure out, should I use a pyramid? Should I use a 3 graphics to get me on the right? It takes.
So basically, I mean, what I'm hearing from Viv and what I'm hearing from Ginger, I guess maybe from Justin, I know not from Eleni as much, but you guys are using it as more as a brainstorming partner. Not something that you're turning your like, it's like, this is what I need done, figure out how to get it done for me.
But I also doing it too, though. Like Hey Jen will actually produce, it produces the entire video, and you can just put in prompts.
Yeah.
It's not always the best, so you kind of have to maybe, work.
You were saying something?
I use it a lot for my speeches. So I put together my keynotes and I upload it, and it gives me phenomenal edits, just little things here and there. And then all the language, the way you have to market your language on your website, killed it. It did an amazing job.
But do you prompt it to say, hey, I'm going to be speaking to a group of X, Y, and Z that are based in Phoenix, Arizona?
I will once I have those set up. Right now, it's just let's put together the specific keynotes I want to put together first. So I'm just a little early in the game. That's all. Yeah,
because one of the things that I love doing is actually getting at the mindset of where I want the grassroots. Like recently, I was in San Antonio giving a thing to realtors, and we literally use the San Antonio real estate market as, I'm a buyer in the San Antonio market, you're the realtor in it. Let's pretend now. And man, it just went through the neighborhoods of San Antonio. It went, and the realtors' jaws were dropping. They said, that what we just did like in 7 minutes was going to take them 2.5 hours.
That's actually brilliant, Bobby, because I've been looking into TEDx talks, which I really want to do one. And it said you have to explain how it's going to help the people that live in that town, your idea or your thesis or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. I mean, I think in Justin's case, we could like say, I'm going to go to a drunk bar in Milwaukee. What jokes would work best here? And there's going to be a bunch of 67-year-old guys that still think they're in high school. I'm pretty sure if you pop it that way, it might give you better jokes.
Too, Notebook LM. I thought about that one. Have you played around with that one to get the podcast perspective for trainings? I haven't really.
I did in the beginning.
Yeah.
And me and John were having a huge, like, oh my God, it was crazy what John was coming up with, right? Because it was because they were actually interviewing me. We set it up so it actually would interview me.
Okay.
And I gotta be honest with you, it was a little too freaky. I wasn't ready. That's the honest truth, Viv. It was just like, it was too real. And my heart, I remember even just talk about, I got anxiety. This is not cool. Right?
Bobby, are you saying you get anxiety with AI?
No, on that particular, because it was just too real. That was just,
I know.
That was too real. Like, no, this when you talk about that voice and the way he was like, it was like, this is not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, too real.
And then JP had like given my bio to this thing. So like new things about me. And I was like, whoa, dude, chill.
Right.
I don't need 2 cans of honey a day. That's Justin.
Yeah.
Bobby, one of the things too, and I know you have a broad audience, but we're seeing, especially with ChatGPT, that consumers are going there as they're looking for information. And so, no matter who you are, you need to start putting things into ChatGPT, into AI about yourself. And you need to start. And so it's part of that training. So putting yourself in there, because as it starts getting that, you're a loan officer, you're in Minnesota, you like, comedy, you just like whatever that is, it starts learning about you too. And so it's important to really start doing that and to kind of create your own persona within ChatGPT, just like what we saw obviously with Google and with YouTube and all those things. To have that presence there is important.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, you reminded me exactly why I brought up the word AI, because I don't believe it is artificial intelligence, Ginger. What I believe is that it's accumulated intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
That it's accumulating intelligence at such a rapid pace. And it's all centered in this one hub to share it now with the rest of the world, because it's all the information from you, all of us give us the collective, knowledge to it.
Yeah.
And now it's preparing it for us.
I like that. So it's still AI.
It's still AI, but it's accumulated, right? And accumulated intelligence. And I think that's a better way for me to look at it, because now that makes way more sense. Because and I think I'm not alone. When I first started using it, I thought, okay, well, this is going to be something brand new and fresh, and it wasn't. What it was a dialogue with the computer that had a bunch of information that I now was privy to, and so it was pretty interesting. So, guys, we're coming to the end, and I don't want to not do this, right? And I'm going to pick on Eleni first here, because I know she didn't want to do this part.
What? Oh God, what is it?
Anxiety. Fear.
No, Fabi always throws me off, man.
Push it down.
Fun.
Hey, didn't I help you last night with your perspective when I text you whatever I text you with that?
Oh, so much help.
See,
yeah.
I'm always looking out for you, girl. Come on. All right, look. Predictions for 2026. We're going to memorialize this moment. It's January 8, 2026, right? One thing. It doesn't have to be in the mortgage industry. If it is, it is. If it's in the free world, if it's whatever, you know what I mean? Is there anything that you're seeing in your universe, Eleni, that you think between now and the end of the year will come to fruition?
I told you I was going to be horrible for this topic for you today on your podcast. So I'm going to give my own prediction for myself.
There you go.
I'm going to be one of the most impactful speakers out there in my space by the end of 2026. And right. I'm not playing around now. It's full time. It's full throttle. I'm going for it every day of the week, 7 days a week. And anytime I've ever wanted to do something, I just have to put the power and the mindset behind it and do it before I see the results. And that's what I'm going to do.
Nice. I like that prediction. Love it. Let's go to Vivian.
I'm seeing for 2026, this there's going to be a huge, like, a divide between leaders. Leaders who are coaches are going to rise to the top exponentially more than just leaders who manage, because people need that coaching, again, with the psychological safety and just all the things. There's so much going on that if you have a leader who's coming in coaching and a culture of coaching, I know it's this $1 billion industry already and all that, but when companies do it internally and there's more coaching, you're going to see those leaders stand out big time as opposed to the non-coachers.
Yeah. That's just yesterday I was talking to Joe, the owner of AnyMac, and we have our little, whatever, Tuesday morning conversation or whatever day yesterday, I can't think. And I said, Joe, I said, a manager, when something goes wrong, blames somebody. The closer did this, or the processor did this, or the loan officer took a bad loan to begin with, whatever, right? But a leader looks at the process and says, where did the process break down? How do we fix the process? Because if you fix the process, then the process works. And I think for me, that's the mindset I'm walking into 2026 with. So great point, Viv. Ginger, what's your prediction?
Well, I like your prediction, Vivian. I'm going to actually piggyback on that and expand the coaching into mentorship. Because I agree. I think the leaders, organizations who take on this mindset of mentorship, where you can mentor someone, not just the coaching part of it, but I think that conversation needs to go back and forth. And I think that's one of the things that is important, is not just to have, you think of a coach, I'm going to tell you what to do, but a mentor is really, what have you done? What have you tried? And really it's helping people to come up with some of their own solutions. So to the point, look at the problem in the process. So, and I think, as far as predictions, those who master that and who become very good at that coaching, that mentorship, and that two-way dialogue are the ones that are going to have that success and that sustained growth to double the money.
Yeah. Ginger, do you think that mentorship is more about sharing more of your experience? Honestly, like, oh, I remember when I was a loan officer and I would have those dips because I didn't, I was too busy. I stopped marketing. And then also I stopped marketing, and and the business, that those peaks. So the valley, the mentorship part, is it more about sharing our experience than more about coaching, or what do you think?
I think part of it's experience, but I think, again, part of it goes back to that listening. It's kind of guiding. It's not necessarily having all the right answers, because, what worked for me 20 years ago in my business may not work today. And so I think it's teaching that adaptability and what that looks like. Just how AI has changed our world so much in terms of creating websites and creating training. And so having that, well, what if? It's almost like taking that, well, what if? And getting people to be more active thinkers on their own, and then using some of the AI tools to be able to bring that up.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
Fabi, I gotta, because Ginger she's just got my brain going crazy.
I know, we need to do a call after this.
I love it because it's exactly what you said. And as you were talking, I was thinking Phil Jackson, Kobe Bryant. Like, Kobe's great already, but every now and then you see something, and if you make this, if you tweak this thing, it's going to take you to the next level.
Right.
So that level of standing back, praising somebody for what they do great, but then just tweaking it. Like, I have a golf instructor, and all the time he's like, you lift your head, and he'll hold his golf club right at my head. So if I lift it, I'm hitting my head. So it's those keep me on a path to greatness. So I just love.
Yeah.
We need more time, but go ahead.
And the thing is that, and I've used that analogy before about the basketball player and the coach. You know what I mean? Because when you're on the court, you're in the heat of the battle. You need to have a coach who's standing away and seeing what you're doing, and so they can show you, like, look, if you just moved a quarter inch more to the right, you would have, instead of hitting the rim, it would have gone in.
Yeah.
So it's almost as simple as that sometimes. So, but yeah,
Yep.
great point. So look, you saved the best for last year. Where is it? Where's your? I had your intro, Justin. All right, Justin.
What was that?
Oh,
That's Justin's little intro, man.
thank God for those big residual checks I'm cashing because
You
that
understand
is not my favorite intro.
6 weeks of not recording a show. We've been working heavy on all
Did you actually like record that on a little kazoo? You did, Bobby? That's what it sounded like.
This was me on New Year's Eve, right before I went to sleep. There you go.
See, that's fun. That's fun.
It's fun.
It's
I
fun.
feel fear now, but that's fun. So it's both.
I love having this guy on my show. I love Justin. Just for the record, I don't know what this show would be like. I don't see this show going on without you anymore, Justin.
Thank you.
I'm nothing without you, Justin. Neil.
Oh, geez. Well, my prediction, I'm going to go back to AI for my prediction. I predict that by the end of this year, all consumers, all generations will be tired of AI-generated pictures and videos and will want the authentic stuff again.
Ooh.
Because I've already seen my kids who are different ages be over it and spot brands that go AI, and they're like, you couldn't afford to hire an actress or an actor for that. So I think we're all going to it's going to run its course. We're all going to get sick of it and be ready to see loan officers, branch managers, industries like ours get authentic and get back in front of the camera again.
Wow, I like that one. I don't agree with it, but I like it.
We'll see. Hey,
Yeah,
we're back in 12 months. We'll see.
I know. I just don't see us going. It's like that spilled milk. You just can't put it back in a canister now. I mean, it's just, like you can't stop using Facebook. No matter how much you hate Facebook, you still scroll through it just even once a day or twice a day. You just got to do it. I mean, it's a habit.
Not for me. Not yesterday. I was not on Facebook yesterday, man. That was a day.
I'm going to make a prediction here, Justin. I'm not joking about you guys about this. I thought about this for a long time. This has been a battle of what the right prediction for me was going to be.
Okay.
Just for the record, I am not going to shave my beard in 2026. That's my prediction.
Let's go.
It's here to stay. At least.
So if we have a big bet, that's the whole thing. So we need to figure out what those big bets are.
But that's because if I lose a bet,
if you like it, leave it.
It's fun.
Yeah, but people always say, "Are you going to shave it this year?" Because I didn't have a beard for the longest time. This came out like this is my second year with it, and people are like, and Justin brought it up on a show like, "Father, are you going to keep the beard or it's going to get shaved?"
I think you look really good with the beard. I think you look very.
I like the beard.
Yeah,
keep the beard. We all vote. Keep the beard.
All favor the beard.
I noticed Vivian is processing this. She's not willing to vote just yet.
Yeah, I'll vote, but I feel like the beard is taking on a life of its own, huh?
I can't even play the outro now. What does that mean?
No, we need some light clips to put in your beard. I'm going to send you some little light clips.
Who was that guy from the World Wrestling guy that used to have little band-aids all over his? Remember that guy from the World Wrestling?
I think it looks incredible because the coloring took on a life of its own. The coloring of the beard is perfect and it's natural.
It's natural. That's it. I'm never going to dye it either. The other thing is,
not even for St. Patrick's Day.
Where was I? I was on something where there's another guy with the beard, and his beard was like 6 inches long or something. And Jay Duran's podcast, and Jay's like, "Fab, you got to do that beard." I said, "Jay, if I took that beard, it would take me 2 days to get through TSA pre-check. They would have my ass in a secret
pre-check.
There'd be no way I'm getting on that airplane anytime soon."
Don't do that, Bobby. Don't do that.
This is still acceptable. It kind of gets me through without the second, third, fourth looks. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Anyway, guys, fun episode. I love this. We covered some really good stuff. You know what I mean? There was some absolutely. We'll see how these predictions come to life later on, right? Because they are predictions, guys, and everyone's got something, right? I love Eleni's, by the way, because Eleni, you're in control of yours, right?
That's right.
If the prediction doesn't come true, we know what happened.
Don't believe me, just watch.
Ooh, wow. Isn't that a song? That's a song, right?
It is a song, yeah.
What was that guy from? Yeah. All right. Well, look, guys, thank you all for coming on here. Season 7, episode 1 is in the books. See you guys.
Bye. Thanks.
Where is God when I need him? I swear to God. See, I can't ever do this stuff myself. There is no way I can do this stuff. Let's try this one more time. Let's try this one more time. Ready? We are going to play the outro now. Ready? Bye.
Talking leadership, making the big plays in the mortgage game through the sun and the haze. Close more deals, build your success. Time to level up and beat the stress. Get ready to laugh.